So you want to smell like a queen. You want to smell like royalty, high class, and super sophisticated. I have a small list of fragrances that pretty much accomplish exactly that. I'm going to start with a classic option, which is actually one of my personal favorites. This is my small sample, which is pretty much used up, of L'air du Temps by Nina Ricci, which I always say it's pretty similar to Chanel No. 5, but smoother. And I would say a little bit more timeless. It's pretty much a floral aldehyde fragrance with some warm notes like some amber, some wood notes. Very, very attractive fragrance. The actress Ingrid Bergman used to wear it. It's kind of known for being super elegant. It is an old-fashioned fragrance from the 1940s, but as I said before, I think it's pretty timeless. Simple, but effective. It's also very surprisingly long-lasting because most floral fragrances just are lighter, they don't last that long. This is grounded by, like I said, some heavier notes like some wood notes, some amber, so it's gonna stick around longer. It has a nice kind of cozy warmth to it, plus the florals, so it's feminine, it's sophisticated, you know, it's just classic. And it's also pretty affordable, at least compared to some of the other fragrances on this list, so I think it's pretty, under $100, so definitely more affordable. Then, going into something that's way more modern and more pricey, but it is worth it, I would say Initio Musk Therapy. So this is kind of, it's definitely gained some traction in recent years. It is a very, very light musk fragrance. Now, like when I think of musk, or when most people think of musk, they think of something animalistic, really heavy, maybe a bit too intense for some occasions. This kind of throws those stereotypes out the window. This is a very, very light type of musk. It's warm and cozy, but also kind of like fresh linen, like you just got the laundry out of the dryer, that sort of thing. So it's more of a light warmth. Definitely not animalistic. It's very smooth. Now, the downside, it doesn't last super long because it is so light, but besides that, it's really, really nice. It is super elegant. I mean, Initio makes high-class fragrances all the time. They're known for their craft in the fragrance industry. And this in general is just a very unique type of scent. I don't really come across too many scents that take on musk in this type of way. Usually, like I said before, musk fragrances are just really forward and very bold. This is very smooth, very well balanced, especially for a female musk scent. So definitely, this is super classy, super elegant, definitely something like royal-ish. Then, another one of my favorites, mainly because of the main notes here, is from Xerjoff Iris. I love iris in any fragrance. You put iris in it, I'm pretty much automatically gonna like it. It's just a really, really nice floral note. I like it because it's stronger, I would say, than most other floral notes, except maybe rose. But iris is such a distinct type of, kind of natural type of note. Very kind of sweet, but not too sweet. It's very nice and balanced, a little bit cold even. So this is very refreshing. It reminds me of springtime a little bit, or like you're walking through a garden, you have these, like it just rained, so it's dewy and fresh and clean. So this is a lighter fragrance, but it's grounded. It still sticks to the skin. It lasts a decent amount of time. It is it's designed to be a light floral, so it's not going to last super long, but probably more like 4 to 5 hours on most people. Very feminine, very simple, more on the natural side of things. It doesn't smell synthetic or anything or too crazy. Very balanced, very simple. It just performs well for what it's supposed to do. And that's what I like about it. There's no frills or crazy extra things going on here. You just get what you expect. That iris, some extra notes, you're good to go. And obviously being from Xerjoff, it is an extremely high quality, well-made type of fragrance. So you can't really go wrong with it unless you just don't like iris for some reason. Then, going for something not quite as expensive as this, because this is several $100s, I would say this Versace Crystal Noir is a really good option. So I'm not a huge fan of Versace fragrances in general, at least not the ones that I've tried, but I will say Crystal Noir is a pretty elegant and affordable, I believe it's under $100, type of fragrance. So it has some black currant, some violet, jasmine, sandalwood, cashmeran, a little bit of vanilla. You know, it has a nice balance of these different notes. It has some of the lighter, sweeter fruit notes, then coming down with the heavier notes, like the cashmeran and some sandalwood and things like that. So it's well balanced. It's not too sweet in the modern sense where, you know, a lot of modern fragrances are just really pushing that sweet, juicy note. This is more balanced with that sandalwood. Very, you know, not just balanced, but just smooth. Has a little bit of that warmth to it as well. So it's definitely a well-performing fragrance. Even though it's less than $100, it smells rich, it smells super elegant, and I would say it's probably one of the more versatile options on this list. You could easily wear this during the evening, during the daytime, going to work, going to a formal event, going to get groceries. You know, you could pretty much wear this anytime, anywhere. I can't think of any occasions when you couldn't wear this. So, like I said, it's just super versatile, kind of an all-purpose type of fragrance. And it actually performs pretty well. Some Versace fragrances, like Bright Crystal, I find they don't perform all that well, especially in terms of longevity. This, I would say, is way better with longevity, probably because it has heavier base notes. It really drags down the fragrance, makes it stick to the skin better. So I like this just because better performance, better smell, better, more unique smelling, especially. And like I said before, it is balanced. All while being super elegant, super sophisticated. So you pretty much have everything you want in Crystal Noir. Now the last one that I have is pretty unique as well. This is from Diptyque. This is Fleur de Depo. This is, again, simple but effective. So this is pretty much a floral green type of fragrance. I always say this reminds me of springtime. It's very fresh, very natural. You have all those natural notes coming together. It's a little bit breezy, a little bit fresh and cold, with a touch of sweetness, but again, it's more of a natural type of sweetness. And surprisingly, even though it is on the lighter side, it actually lasts a decent amount of time. I would say about 5 hours, which is actually a long time for fragrances that are generally this light. Now, it has a whole bunch of different notes, mostly florals and green notes. There's even a carrot note thrown in there, which is, you know, pretty unique. But in general, this is a really nice fragrance if you just want to smell very clean and fresh, because that is primarily what it's designed to do. It is precisely that type of fragrance. And like I said, it lasts a long time for the type of fragrance that it is. And in general, I just think it's a good fragrance. It is just a classic type of elegant scent. Has that natural femininity to it. But that is pretty much my list for these queenly, elegant fragrances. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, of course, leave a like and maybe subscribe. And I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.